Right, I'm going to talk to you, and you'll be thinking, that can't be right. That can't be true. Well, it's true. I am the Messiah. I'll explain. Now, years and years and years ago, the world that was covered in water, and it revolved around the sun. And my father, he was on a spaceship that we know as the moon. And he came along and he saw the earth, and he came down to the earth and started to revolve around the earth, and life started to drop from the earth and spread right throughout the earth because of my father's spaceship. The dinosaurs, they came, they went, new life came back, the fish came onto land, animals started to walk, they started to walk upright, primates started to eat fruit and become intelligent, they started to communicate in different languages, in sign language, in spoken language. And when my father saw this communication, he was overjoyed, and he sent a ship down to go near the earth and communicate with the people on the earth. He started communicating telepathically with the primates and teaching them things. They developed fire and the manipulation of tools, and they spread throughout the earth. Years later in Central America, in the Mayan Empire, the very good people, they communicated very well with my father, and they built pyramids and they prayed to my father, and he couldn't wait to meet the people on the earth and communicate with them. He loved them so much. He wanted to be involved with them and teach them things, and he continued communicating with them telepathically. And he was waiting for them to say his name so we could join them. But there were people in the empire at that time who were very jealous of the king. And when the king's guard was down, they came up as he was communicating in his prayers, they killed him, they ripped out his heart, and they showed it to my father. And my father, he was beside himself with grief and fury and anger. And he withdrew his spaceship, and he went around the earth looking for other civilizations to communicate with. And he came to Egypt, and he started telepathically communicate with the people in Egypt. And that's where you have the Bible. And if you read the Bible, you'll come to me. When I was born, I grew up, I taught people about love. When they were despairing, I taught them to be positive and to be good and how to be healthy. And they killed me. I died. I came back to life as a cow. I died again. I came back to life as a frog. I died again. I came back to life again as an elephant. I died. I came back to life as a tree and had a beautiful life as a tree. Until someone came along, cut me down, and I died again. And I was born again as I am now, as a man. And as I grew up, I read the book I loved, and I believed in it. And it says in the book, if you hear someone knocking at the door, open it. But I heard nothing. I felt something pull me though, so I left my home. And I followed my heart. I walked around the world looking for answers, looking for truth. Then one morning, I saw 8 angels come across the sky. I was filled with awe, I was in total fear, my heart was palpitating, and I knew at that moment it was true, it was confirmed, there is a God, it was real. I thought, how? What does it mean? So I went back, started reading through the Bible again, I looked for answers everywhere, I learnt as much as I could, and I knew that the beast The 666 must be caught. I must find it and catch it. Now, I was reading the Chinese book, the I Ching, and in that book, the spiritual book, it says that 666 is a symbol for the mother. And I thought, mother? But mothers are good. That can't be right. And then I thought, of course, the beast, as in an animal. Animal that we use as a mother, like cows and goats when we drink their milk. That's what they're talking about. So stop drinking the milk. And I was wondering, what's this mark of the beast that people trade with? I thought more about that, and then I realised, the golden calf, it's gold. But gold is good, I thought. And then I thought, well, man, they murder and they rob in their pursuit of gold, and all that bad energy gets into the gold, and it's no something you want to have anything to do with. It's bad, it's evil. And my father, he has new gold, and he wants to trade that new gold with us on earth. So now, all of you, you must stop drinking the beast milk. Stop it. Let it go. If you've got children, let them change gently, slowly. For older people, let them change slowly, gently. If you're young and you're strong, change fast. So now I'm here, Catholicism, it's finished. Before it was good, it had good parts. But you have oppressed children, and I don't like that. But it's finished anyway. You follow me now. Christians, you had very good churches. You kept the word alive. But leave them now, and follow me. The Jews, you've been very good, and my father really admires you, and thanks you. But now, it's time to integrate with your brothers and your sisters in humanity around the world. Now, for Muslims, in times before, the angel was sent to give you a book. And the reason for that was, at that time, your civilization was very bad. Your ancestors, they murdered, they raped, they pillaged, they had slaves. It was a terrible civilization. And they were given the book by the angel to be taught discipline. And they did. They humbled themselves and they learnt discipline. And now Muslims, you are great people. And now the book, it's finished. Its time is gone. It's time for you to put away the book, because I am the prophet. To all people in the world, in the subcontinent, in India, in the Orient, to all peoples in the world, I love you all. Now, all countries with your borders, open your borders. Let everyone mingle and go from country to country freely. There's to be no more slavery, no more prostitution, no more pornography. It's finished. There's to be no more war. It's finished. Now, it's time to share out everything. Redistribute your resources, your wealth, until there's total equality around the world. And where you had governments that you vote into power, you used to sit in your senates, in your parliaments, in the closed houses, deciding policies and laws. Stop it. Everyone, now, on your computers. Bring in true democracy. Look at the debates and make your decisions. Everybody get involved in all the decisions at all times. If you believe in me and you follow me, you live forever. If you don't kill, and you eat fruit, you live forever. If you eat bread, you live forever. Not yeasted bread, unleavened bread, you live forever. And if you drink wine, you live forever. Now, if in the past you've killed people, if you've raped, you've oppressed people, you've murdered, now is the time to go back, admit what you've done, and apologise for what you've done. And I'll forget about it. Now, what the people who you've sinned against, what they do, well, that's up to them. But you must go back and apologise. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about love, right? As you know, there's always children watching. So I'm going to couch the language so the children are alright, okay? Just to let you know. You know what I'm talking about. Now, when a man and a woman, they meet and they like each other, they like to kiss. The man has these magic lollipops that appear, and the woman likes these lollipops. She licks them, and she sucks them, and she swallows them, and it's beautiful. She loves it, and it's good. Similarly, the woman has these ice creams that the man really likes. And he likes to lick these ice creams, and they make him strong in his mind and in his body. And it's all good. Now, if men and women are arguing, stop it. Talk one at a time. Each taking their turn. Give each other time to make your case one at a time. Back and forth. Discuss everything and sort out your problems. If you continue arguing and you can't sort them out, well, then just let it be. If you must part your ways, it's no bad, but don't be jealous. But if you have children and you part your ways, you must protect your children. But I plead with you, stay together. But as I say, if you can't stay together and you have to part, well, so be it. If you have a lover and another person comes along and you're tempted to have two lovers, don't. It's horrible. It's a sickness for the three of you, every last one of you. It's a sickness for you all. It's a bad thing. Don't do it. If you have a lover and someone else comes along and you're tempted, at the very least, pick the one. And if you have a new lover, it's not necessarily bad, but don't be jealous. Be patient, accept things, move on, and look for a new love. If you follow me, you'll live forever. If you follow me, a cup, and if you drink from that cup, you'll never be thirsty. Now, my father, he loves children. You're very good. My father loves you. He really loves you, children. Now, you can grow up strong if you study, if you read, if you run and you exercise, if you dance and if you laugh and you make each other laugh and tell great jokes. It'll all be good. But don't be fighting, and don't be stealing, and don't be telling lies. Don't do it. Be good for your mother and your father, and you'll grow up strong and happy. Now, you know that I'm Jesus, but some people still aren't quite sure if I'm actually Jesus. So I'm going to explain a few things. Okay, I'll explain 3 things. First is about my mother, Mary, the Virgin Mary. Well, the truth is, she wasn't a virgin. If you're wondering how, let me explain. There was a paedophile man. He came along to my mother and he said, "Hello, little girl." And she said, "Hello." And he says, "I'm an angel and God sent me to you." And she said, "Me? Me?" He said, "Aye, you." And he had his wicked way with my mother. And my father hates that. And I hate that. And if one of you, anybody, so much as touches a child of malice, you will be killed forever! Forever! Now, secondly, when I was teaching the 5,000, I was teaching them about love, about my father, about equality, about non-discrimination, about not killing things, about eating fruit. And they sat listening to what I was saying. And eventually they got hungry and they got tired. So I held up and I got some food, the bread and the fish. If anybody's read the Bible, you'll know. And I divided them up between the crowd. Now at that time, the 5,000 were very good people. They had good manners. And they waited until everybody was served before they eat any food. But as we're waiting for everyone to get served, they fell into a sleep. And the Holy Spirit gave them a dream that they had a big feast and they were full to the brim. So when they woke up, they thought it was true. That's the truth. It was one of those vivid dreams. So saying as I hadn't eaten anything, all the food came back up to me. And all the fish and the bread came up in the baskets and I put them to the side. And then the third thing I'll explain is that the same fish from that day I brought with my disciples and we went down to the water. And the 5,000, they followed us down to the water and they were still hungry. They wanted me to teach them more, so I said, okay. So I went out and I sat in the pier on the water and the water was all around. And it was night time. And there was a boat out in the water. And they were casting their nets. Now the thing was, they weren't catching any fish. No matter how much they tried, they couldn't catch a fish. There was no fish to be caught. And you know what that was? It was because of me. What I was doing was when I was teaching the 5,000, at the same time, the fish that I had, I was putting the fish into the water. With one hand, I was talking to the people, and the other hand behind me back was putting the fish into the water. And what was happening was that the blood from the dead fish started to mingle with the water. And the fish in the sea could smell it from miles away. And they all came swimming over to where the blood was. And they started eating on the fish in the water. And the boat was very far out. And there was no fish out there. Because they were all here with me, getting fed fish. So eventually then the boat came back in and they said, we've no fish. You can't catch it. And I said, okay, you want fish? Okay. So I went back out with the boat. Now, as we were going out in the boat, I was putting more fish in the water. So they were following the trail of the blood. And they kept following the scent right out and followed the boat. And then when the nets went down again, there was loads of fish. They were all caught by their taste for blood. So they tied up the fish and the boat came back into the shore. And I said to the 5,000, okay, so who's coming to follow me now? I'm going. And as you know, only a few of my true followers followed me. Most of the crowd went off looking for fish to eat. Now to summarise it, if you have a good life, you'll live forever. If you eat good, you'll live forever. If you don't kill things, you'll live forever. If you eat fruits, and don't cook the fruits, eat them raw. If you eat bread, my body, and drink my blood, the wine, you'll live forever. And eat it organic. Don't be putting chemicals into your food. That's no good, that's bad. There's no need. And as for medics, well, what do you need to go to a doctor for? If you eat good, You'll be fine. You'll be healthy. You'll be alright. If you follow me, you'll live forever. Now my father, he's up there, and he's waiting to meet you. He wants to come down. He's there sitting, waiting. So now, pray to him, ask him, point torches up towards the moon, flash them. Let him know that you're ready, and he's welcome to come down now. And my father's name is Jah. Ask him to come. That's me. I'm finished here now. I've my own life to live. And I've other lives to live in different incarnations. So that's about it. I love you all. I love the Indians. I love the Africans. I love the Pacific people. I love the Australians. I love the Americans. I love the youth and the pop culture. I love the Celtic peoples. I love the Soviets. I love everyone. Peace. Farewell.